Redcar's final pre-season friendly. Roll those credits. Good morning everyone, and welcome to a new video on the channel. As usual, please do remember to like, comment and subscribe as we continue to develop Just a Sec TV. It is Saturday, August the 1st, and today we have got the final pre-season friendly for Redcar Athletic to look forward to as they take on Morpeth Town FC, two clubs that have swapped places after respective relegations and promotions. So let's head over to the Redcar seafront and find out what on earth is going on. So here we are in Redcar, and coming into today's game, Redcar Athletic of course were champions of the Northern Premier League Division 1 East last season and were promoted to Step 3. And the visitors today, Morpeth Town, finished in a relegation place in the Northern Premier League Premier Division and were relegated to the same division that Redcar Athletic have just come out of. So the two sides exchanging places. Obviously Morpeth will be looking to consolidate and regain their position at Step 3 as soon as possible, whereas Athletic of course have wider ambition. So it's set up for an interesting final pre-season game of the season for the Steelmen. Let's head into Green Lane and see how it all pans out. So here we are at the entrance to Green Lane for this final pre-season friendly. There's the details up on the board. 1st of August, Morpeth Town pre-season friendly. Let's head in. Everything getting set up, and already some food being sold.
Come on! It sings on the bench there. You go in the
So some early arrivals, as we've just seen, in good spirits. Let's have a quick look in the fan zone. And let's have a look at the pitch. Despite the dry spell, it's looking pretty good. And there is an 8-page match programme for today's visit of Morpeth. Brad Fewster on the front cover. It's got my column inside. It's got a team lineup and sponsors, etc. It has got the fixtures for the season and the lineups on the back. And pretty quiet at Green Lane today for this quite low profile friendly. A few people outside in the booths in the warm weather. We'll have a quick look in the fan zone, but it's not going to be packed. Just a modest sprinkling of people. And as the players warm up for today's game, spotted in the crowd, we've got well-known groundhopper Puff Puff here from Braintree Town, and paying his first visit, I believe, to Green Lane. And the team's coming out for today's game in front of a sparsely populated Green Lane, which is not that surprising for this low-profile friendly. Redcar Athletic, of course, wearing their regular home new kit, red and navy blue, and Morpeth haven't quite emerged, but looking at what their substitute's got over his shoulders, we're assuming it's going to be their usual tiger stripes. And finally, Morpeth Town are emerging onto the pitch, and they do indeed have their tiger stripes on. And we're underway here at Green Lane, and Louis Johnson almost robbed the ball there, but it goes back to Dan Langley for an early touch. Johnson out to Guru, plays it forward. Spalding's going to get there, fires it across, and a bit too heavily hit to reach anyone in the middle, but Danny Lay recycles the ball. That's going to come to Owen Burns. Burns out to Johnson. Johnson into Ardelean, and he scores! It's his second goal in 2 games for the big striker, and an early lead here at Green Lane for the Steelmen. It is Redcar Athletic 1, Morpeth Town 0. Ardelean, Guru, Spalding round the corner, and the ref plays the advantage, and Luke Spalding goes for goal, and couldn't quite find the far corner. He had players in the middle but chose to shoot. Ball played down the channel to Banks, but it's cleared. Now Ardelean picks it up, and just off target from Burns. Pass lets in Ardelean, plays it out to Luke Spalding. And this time he finds the far corner for his first Redcar Athletic goal. Luke Spalding doubles the advantage here at Green Lane. It is Redcar Athletic 2, Morpeth Town 0. Bartlett plays the ball down the line, which is going to be picked up by Ardelean, inside back to Bartlett. Now Burns, and Bartlett annoyed with himself with that effort, I think it's fair to say. And the goalkeeper gets in a muddle there, Langley, and Ardelean almost wins it back off him, but Morpeth get away with it, but it's back to Ardelean, and now Fletcher. And well held this time by Langley, who redeems himself to a degree. Ardelean wins the ball back, and now Burns out to Louis Johnson. Johnson fires it into Burns, who can't get it out of his feet, and the chance goes begging. Danny Rowe to Spalding. Spalding, and wins a corner, actually the first of the game for the Steelmen. So Banksy, Kieran Banks with the corner. He doesn't do many works of art, but he takes a good free kick and it goes into the middle. And Guru wins the ball back, and now Ardalian plays it into Burns, and now Johnson. And his final shot lacked the power to seriously trouble Langley. Fletcher through to Burns. Goes for goal, and comfortably held by Langley. Miller, and that's going to be the first corner of the game to Morpeth. So corner to Morpeth Town. Right into the edge of the area and comfortably headed clear, and now Redcar can break with Luke Spalding. Ardalian, Johnson. Johnson crosses and easily held by Langley. Banks on the left. Bartlett, Burns, Johnson, and wins a corner. So Banks with the latest Steelman corner. Played into the middle and headed goalwards, but held by Langley. Morpeth on the attack on the right. Hancocks. And well wide of the target. The referee blows the half-time whistle here at Green Lane. And Redcar were fast out of the traps and did create further chances later in the half, which they spurned. But it's comfortable for the Steelmen at the break. We go in here with a scoreline of Redcar Athletic 2, Morpeth Town 0. And we're back underway here at Green Lane. No substitutions that I can see for either side.
All right.
Good afternoon. Peter's already donated online.
It's up by a row.
Is it alright? We've got a QR code.
Yeah, we have got a QR code.
On the bottom.
No, he's got pound notes.
Oh, we can have pound notes. Those? Yeah.
And a free kick from Morpeth in a dangerous position. Probably their clearest set-piece opportunity of the game so far. So Burns and Hancocks over the ball. It's going to be Burns. Goes for goal and a comfortable from as far.
And then well done.
And a good covering tackle there as Morpeth threatened for a moment, and now Luke Spalding motoring down the right. Inside to Fletcher. Across to Burns. Now Johnson. Johnson goes for goal, but he's got too much air on it. Kieran Banks on the left. Inside to Burns. Back into Fletcher. Johnson. Crosses. And a scuffed effort from Fletcher. Free kick to the Steelmen. Bartlett and Banks over the ball. Banks goes for it and it's held by Langley. Brian Taylor Fletcher, now Ardelean. Bartlett out to Spalding. Bartlett. Taylor. Taylor again. Burns. And into the net, a nice finish. Owen Burns. I'm pretty sure seals the win with that, and it is. Redcar Athletic 3, Morpeth Town 0 here at Green Lane. Ardelean to trialist D. Trialist D. Goes for goal, and it's not far off target. And the referee blows the final whistle on what it has to be said has been a pretty routine win for the Steelmen today. As it finishes here at Green Lane, Redcar Athletic 3, Morpeth Town 0. And good luck to the visitors for their season. So I'm joined after the game by Dave McTiernan. Final pre-season game. Dave, what did you make of that?
Yeah, I thought we were excellent. You know, the lads' mindset today was trying to edge closer to the first game of the season. I thought the way we played was, like a league game, wanting to win from the off. We controlled the game, and yeah, a couple of goals to the good. 2
early goals, things settled down a bit after that. Were you perhaps a little bit disappointed that you didn't add further to the total based on the patterns of play?
Yeah, the play's been outstanding. I think, disappointing is a big word. I don't think I was disappointed. I think we were always in control of the game. Some of the stuff we did today was outstanding. Yeah, we could have scored a couple more, but that's nitpicking, so we got what we wanted out of the game.
Obviously, you have got some idea of your starting lineup for the next week's game against Bury. JJ, of course, had a good game today. He's missing through suspension, but I'm guessing that you've probably got a fairly good idea in your head of the starting lineup next week.
Yeah, we do. Like I said, but there's players away as well, and again, the players who played today did themselves no harm for the first 11. We're still it's a work in progress. We'll have to have conversations around that, looking at things, and all we can do is just go out there, enjoy the game, get the minutes in. No injuries, and 3 goals to the good. So a positive day for us.
And a very big start coming up to the season. Bury here next, followed by Workington away in midweek. How do you and the management team approach those opening games in terms of laying down a marker of what the side's capable of in the season ahead?
We take every game as it comes. We know these leagues. Like I said, I've won this league as a player, and I know it's relentless. The first month's going to be really difficult. So every team poses a threat. You've got to be at it. It's a different league. It's a promotion, so everything gets tougher. So for us, we've got to go into it, try to win games, but obviously understanding that we've got to be at it straight away. First game of the season, Bury's a big game and one we want to win.
And obviously, tickets are already selling heavily. It's likely that the ground is going to be packed out with over 1,000 in it next week. How much of a difference does that make to the players playing in that sort of environment?
Yeah, the thrive of it. Yeah, even us as management, you want a big crowd out there. Like the games like Matlock last year, the crowd right behind us, and one we'll look forward to. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck next week and enjoy your night.
Yeah, cheers.
So it finishes Redcar Athletic 3, Morpeth Town 0. And it was a pretty comfortable win, wasn't it, at Green Lane yesterday? The visitors not offering a huge amount as an attacking force, and I suppose in some ways it was pretty similar to a lot of games that we had at Green Lane in Step 4 last season, which I guess shouldn't be that surprising because that's the level that Morpeth are now playing at, with us dominating possession, creating good chances and running out comfortable winners. So Redcar could only do what they could with the opposition that they had to face yesterday, and they did that very effectively and very capably. Morpeth, I think, will be a little bit disappointed that they didn't show a little bit more as an attacking force, because they really offered not very much indeed. But that was as much to do with the Steelmen not allowing them to express themselves as it was to their own limitations. So not really anything to criticise on yesterday's performance. The job was comfortably done. So all the attention for the Steelmen now will turn towards that big opening game with Bury at Green Lane next Saturday. What a momentous occasion that is going to be. But before that, we have got plenty of football on the channel, and we will be back again on Tuesday night. That's Tuesday the 4th of August, when we're going to check in on one of our favourites from last season, Mark Anderson, as we head for some Northern League Division 2 action between Chesterley Street Town and Sunderland RCA. So join me again for that one, and until then, thanks as ever for watching Just a Sec TV.